Morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. It's thanks for the introduction here, and it's great to be part of this impressive program today. I'm proud to be leading our delegation from Iowa alongside Governor Kim Reynolds, and to represent this delegation. I'm very proud. We have several crop and livestock farmers on our delegation, and also proud to represent our entire agriculture community from back home in Iowa. Proud family farmers, cooperatives, ag businesses, and Dr. Jod, I would like to join you in that salute to our farmers, to farmers everywhere in the world, in India and Iowa included. We're thrilled to be back in India, as the governor mentioned, almost in exactly 1 year since we were last here, and the warm hospitality makes this return trip a true pleasure. We really do deeply appreciate the gracious welcome. Iowa and India, as has been discussed, share a deep and enduring bond. We've had a privilege of hosting Indian delegations in Iowa. As the governor mentioned, there's a lot of traffic between Iowa and India right now, which is a very good thing. Most recently at our world-famous Iowa State Fair just last month. And as I was thinking about this, there's thousands of miles that separate the farms and the fields and the homes and the businesses in Iowa with those here in India. But our connection is far, far closer than those thousands of miles would seem to indicate. And in many ways, Iowa and India are a natural fit. Indian companies thrive in Iowa, and Iowa businesses are proud to do business, to operate here in India. And those ties strengthen our economic and cultural bonds. Of course, Iowa has a strong, proud legacy of advancing food security, from our very productive farm fields to the important work occurring at Iowa State University, or through the groundbreaking work of individuals like Iowa-educated George Washington Carver, or Iowa natives Herbert Hoover and Henry A. Wallace, as was mentioned before. And of course, most relevant today, the fact that Iowa is the birthplace of Dr. Norman Borlaug, the father of the Green Revolution. I always like to think about where Dr. Borlaug came from. A small farm on a gravel road, a dirt road in northeast Iowa, Cresco, Iowa. And his work, alongside many other notable hunger fighters, transformed the world, saving an estimated billion lives. And of course, those efforts, with partners, earned him the Nobel Peace Prize, significantly enhancing food security for millions. And his legacy, of course, endures through the World Food Prize Foundation, and today's dialogue is part of that impactful global outreach. Our state is also very proud to be the home location of one of the preeminent global gatherings of hunger fighters. And as a side note, I always appreciate the fact that the Borlaug Dialogue occurs in October, a time of year in Iowa where the harvest is occurring. The harvest is coming in. All the work that farmers and our agriculture community put into that crop are coming to fruition as folks are gathering to talk about hunger and nutrition. And it's a very, very important time and dialogue, and a great time to be in the state of Iowa. And I appreciate that this Dialogue Next is tracing Dr. Borlaug's international footsteps and revisiting those landmarks of preserving his legacy, while also highlighting the important work that's occurring today. And hopefully, of course, we hope that all of that contributes to inspiring the next generation to take up the cause of fighting for food security through research and education and innovation and policy and implementation, and hence the theme for this conference, Take It to the Farmer. In this journey, we can draw inspiration, we can draw from the experiences and the lessons, and help us navigate even contemporary global challenges that we face today. And of course, this is also a venue to discuss the pressing issues, even some challenging pressing issues that need to be addressed. Of course, India has been noted, celebrates 8 World Food Prize laureates, including the famous M.S. Swaminathan, who led India's Green Revolution. And Borlaug and Swaminathan represent one of the great partnerships, with one of the great collaborations in advancing science, in advancing the cause of food security, a great Indian-Iowan partnership. And it's exciting to think about what new partnerships could form and lead to the next great breakthrough in fighting against global hunger and food insecurity. Wherever I travel, I'm proud of the fact that most folks know that Iowa is recognized as an agriculture and an innovation hub. Unmatched productivity. And we recognize that 96% of the world's consumers live outside of the United States. And so Iowa's agriculture community, Iowa's farmers, I believe, are uniquely connected to the world, uniquely connected to consumers around the world, and we're also uniquely used to sharing our abundant production, our high quality and safe feed, food, and fuel with consumers around the world. And we take pride not only in how much we produce, but how we produce it, a deep commitment to caring for our natural resources. Buyers and consumers all over around the world can rely on our quality, but they can also trust the fact that we care about sustainability of Iowa-grown products. I'm a farmer myself, and I'm joined by several Iowa farmers, as I mentioned before, who you'll be hearing from this afternoon, several of them, and I want you to know that back home they're gearing up for another busy harvest season, anticipating a record production of corn and soybeans, at least for the state of Iowa. Iowa leads the U.S. with producing corn and pork, eggs, biofuels like ethanol and biodiesel, but we're also a leader, as the governor mentioned, in protecting our natural resources, and we're very proud of that. We're setting records for conservation adoption in the state of Iowa, protecting our soil and water. And with thousands of Iowa farmers and landowners adopting cover crops, reduced tillage, no-till, or as I've heard it several times, zero-till, is predominant in the state of Iowa. Practices that prevent soil erosion and that build soil health, critically important to us. This trade mission that we're conducting this week underscores the tremendous opportunities to deepen the relationships. And of course, as we are learning, India's economy grows, and Indian society achieves higher standards of living, including greater access to food and energy and infrastructure and transportation and diverse food options. And India's food and agriculture sector that is incredibly sizable can and must continue to grow to meet that demand, and that's where Iowa can be a tremendous partner. We are home to one of the world-leading research institutions, Iowa State University, leading globally known companies. The governor mentioned Corteva, a thriving and booming startup sector, and of course some of the most productive and progressive farmers in the world, and I think that too is a unique combination. So we know that this all requires partnerships and an openness and a dialogue, and with open markets and dialogue, the possibility for collaboration is endless. So while every nation strives for self-sufficiency to grow its own food, global partnerships create an opportunity to address productivity gaps and meet diverse needs, and we can work together to address the barriers and streamline business between Iowa and India. Our travels here has made incredibly clear there are many opportunities to strengthen our ties to the benefit of both countries, and we're committed to fostering a dynamic relationship that benefits both India and Iowa. Thanks for the productive conversations that I know we're going to have, and for your continued friendships, and we look forward to building partnerships that can last. Thank you all for being here today, and enjoy the next 2 days and the dialogue that can occur. Thank you so much.